Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the very first INMS Podcast. I am your host, Caleb Raver, and these are my co-hosts,
Jake Tucker.
And
Zach Smith.
Oh yeah. So, we're going to start out, we got a really great show today, but we're going to start out with some world news. And what do we got from Zach for some world news?
Well, Ebola is out of the U.S. Kind of old news, but there was a man who had gone into New York with Ebola, but he didn't make it.
That's
sad news.
That's very sad news.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We haven't heard anything about ISIS recently.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
From our CNN news reports.
Yeah.
Nothing on anything else either.
Can you talk a little bit about the Ferguson riots?
Well, the Ferguson riots, on that Monday after the court had made their decision, was the worst, I believe, and many others believe, because that's when all the looting and all of the burning buildings down was happening. But what doesn't make sense to me is the store where Michael Brown stole from, the cigarettes, they got looted. They were one of the first places that got looted, I believe. And then after a while, like even the gangs and stuff stopped looting it every place because they had enough. They weren't liking it. So they were standing in front of the places being like, no, you guys aren't going to loot this place.
My opinion on this whole thing is looting is not helping them their cause. It's just making them seem worse.
Yeah. Because looting is not like
progressive.
No. Well, it's not progressive either, but it's not protesting.
Yeah.
Looting is different than protesting. It doesn't make sense.
Right. There have been some other police cases this week too, right?
Yeah, there was a boy who had a airsoft gun with the yellow tip sawed off or painted or something. Orange tip.
It wasn't connected.
It wasn't connected. It was taken off. So the officer thought it was a real gun, but I know what it is, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
The cop, the policeman.
No, the 911 operator.
The dispatcher.
The dispatcher had gotten news that it was more than likely a fake gun, but not. And so then the police officer pulled up, and then he shot, but we don't know the full story yet. And then wasn't there one where
in New York with the chokehold?
Yeah, so the chokehold was banned from the police service there, so they couldn't use it. But in this case, the police officer used it, and the man ended up dying. But it didn't seem like the ER people were really doing it, the on-site ER people. So he ended up dying, sadly.
And there have been riots everywhere. Last week, after they announced that the officer would not be indicted in Ferguson, there was riots even here in Portland.
Yes.
Yeah, I was...
But
luckily,
they were peaceful.
Yeah, peaceful. Actually, a couple people got arrested.
Yeah.
But I was just in downtown Portland right before that happened. It happened like at 5:30. I had left at like 3:30. So...
Good timing.
Good timing. Next, we're going to go on to sports. All right, so here we have our sports talk with Jake Tucker. What's gone on in the world of sports this week, Jake?
So, really, the spotlight's been on the Cavs this past few weeks, and it's mainly because they started out kind of rough. They're still getting to know it because last season they had Kyrie Irving only, and he was kind of the leader of those teams. And so what he's been doing is he's been passing off the ball a lot, giving it to LeBron, giving it to Kevin Love. And and they're the big three. So, like, what just happened a few days ago when they played the Raptors, LeBron's effort, it gave him 24 points total that game, that's a pretty big thing to happen. And another thing that happened was that Lou Amundsen, he had his birthday. He's on the Cavs. And so... yeah, the Cavaliers and the Raptors played. That was a good game. They lost to the Knicks, actually. It was 90-95. They were close, but it was really close. It was on December 4th. And That stunk.
So, could you tell us a little bit about the Ducks and Arizona?
Oh yeah, the Ducks. That was a pretty good game. Well, not close good game, but like it was a statement by the Ducks to show that they were
all 4 quarters.
Yeah, they can play an all 4 quarter game compared to like second half teams like Florida State, the Seminoles, who play like all second half because they'll be losing to unranked teams at the half and then they'll come back and barely win.
That's how Oregon was too.
That's how we were at times, but now we've come back, and I believe that was a statement, that game. So, yeah, it was a very, very, that wasn't a good game for the Arizona. So, that's what we have for sports.
All right, next we're going to move on to me talking about some movie stuff. All right, so this week has been, these last couple weeks have been a pretty big weekend in movies. Box Office Mojo. So, the Star Wars episode trailer launched. It was a teaser trailer, so we didn't get too much. We didn't see Luke, Leia, or Han in the trailer, but we did get to see the Millennium Falcon and part of the new cast. So, I'm gonna ask my co-hosts here what they thought of the Star Wars Episode 7 trailer.
Honestly, I really liked it. I was kind of what shocked out to me was that the first 3 movies, the villains, they had only one lightsaber out of it, and then on the second 3 they had double lightsaber, and in this teaser trailer that they had, it had 3 because they had 2 poking out like on the handguard, and then there was the one regular one.
Yeah, so it was
they almost made it look like a medieval sword.
Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, that was a cross guard there.
A cross guard, sorry.
Yeah, so some people are saying it's impractical. I have seen pictures of it that have shown it in use, and it can stop from getting your hand cut off.
Which is
what Luke Skywalker might have needed.
Yeah, and it will be a lot of help because, like, in all of those movies, at least one person's got their arms chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one problem that I had with the lightsaber is, like, what if you grab it wrong and it shoots through both sides of your hand?
Yeah, that's a problem, but I would hope that the person using it was skilled enough to know that. Oh, and next we have this week's box office, and we're going to talk about what won. Here, let me pull it up here. So, I'm going to pull up the box office here. Box office number. And here's the week for December 5th through 7th. So, in first place was Hunger Games Mockingjay. No surprise there.
Part 1.
Part 1, of course. With 22.7 million.
That's a lot of money.
So
I've never had that much money.
Yeah, me neither.
I would die for that much money.
Well, this is actually.
Then what would be the point of using it if you died?
Oh. The surprising thing is this is actually the least critically rated of the Hunger Games movie, and it's the least box office successful out of Hunger Games movies. And in second place was The Penguins of Madagascar with $10.9 million.
Which is a big drop. So, like, it went up from $22.7 billion. 0.07, sorry.
Of course, it hasn't made as much as the Hunger Games, but the Hunger Games dropped by 61.3% this week, but Penguins of Madagascar dropped by 57.1%.
Either way, that's still a huge leap.
It's a pretty big drop.
Yeah, from 22 to $10 million.
That's
Either way, it's a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money, yeah. And in third place was Horrible Bosses 2 with $8.4 million, a 45% drop from last week.
I haven't even heard about that movie.
Number 4.
Big Hero 6 is hanging in there.
I love that movie.
With $8.04
million.
Yeah, $8.04 million. Drop of 57.3%.
And then the final one, we're going to talk about 6 today. And then, so, for number 5, was Interstellar. That's still in here. That's been here for a while, hasn't it?
It has been there in a while, even though it's one of Christopher Nolan's least box office grossing movies and one of his least critically acclaimed movies. It's still doing really good. I saw it. I enjoyed it. $7.7 million for Interstellar.
One of our own teachers saw it. She started to fall asleep, so she went and got a giant... Wasn't it Dr. Pepper?
Something like that.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper, and gulped it down. But she missed the best part of the movie with the giant wave.
Yeah.
And then the last movie that we're going to talk about is Dumb and Dumber 2.
I saw Dumb and Dumber 2.
Was it good?
It was funny. It wasn't as good as the first one. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than other people did.
Which first one? The original first one or the remake of the first one?
That remake doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does, but we're going to pretend it doesn't.
I kind of liked it. It was funny. But I like the original one better.
Yeah. Yep. And then let's check out all the way down in last place. And same as last week is Through a Lens Darkly with $278.
I thought it was Ouija last time.
No, Ouija was the top
Oh,
grossing.
Ouija was... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, it didn't drop any.
True. That's good.
Yeah. All right. So,
And this is all out of the top 75.
yeah. But I still have a little more movie news here. So, the cast of Suicide Squad was announced this week. I don't know if you guys know what that is,
I haven't even
but
heard
it's
of that.
a DC Comics property, and it's where the government offers to take a bunch of villains, lower their prison sentences if they go out and do almost impossible missions for them.
Oh.
So in this movie we have Harley Quinn,
Oh.
we have Deadshot,
Nice.
we have Captain Boomerang, but they're just gonna call him Boomerang in this, and Enchantress, and Rick Flag, who's the leader of the team. But
Sweet.
and the Joker is also gonna be in this movie.
Ooh.
There's
He's probably going to turn rogue. Like, I can already tell.
Well, yeah, they're speculating that he'll be the villain in the movie, or he will be in
the
the.
head villain, at least.
Well, no, the
villain.
Suicide Squad's going up against him.
Oh.
The Suicide Squad is
Wait, Harley Quinn?
No.
Against her lover?
Yeah, like
the
that-
government takes them and makes them do special missions to lower their prison sentence.
Why would you catch him? She'll probably turn and help him.
True
She's
that.
like in love with him.
Never thought
Oh,
of
but
that.
here's the catch: the government puts chips on the back of their head, and no, they'll blow up if you go against them. They got you monitored all the time, so even if you tried, you'd die.
I wonder if they get to wear their masks and everything, like Deadshot and Mr. Boomerang, or Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, well, here I'm gonna go down the cast here. Will Smith is Deadshot.
Ooh, that's
Um,
awesome.
Jared Leto is the Joker. He just won Best Supporting Actor for Dallas Buyers Club Academy Award. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. We got
Ooh, Margot Robbie's.
Margot Robbie, yeah,
Margot or Margaret?
Margot.
Nice.
And we got Tom Hardy as Rick Flag. And I can't even pronounce the Enchantress's name. So
Is anybody ready to see the Avengers 2?
I'm
for
ready
that
to
to
see
come
the
out?
Avengers 2. Yeah, we all seen the trailer. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
What's the movie?
Other than I got people confused. I thought Ultron was
Galactus. Yep.
What's the movie called?
Just
It's
because he has
Suicide
that
Squad.
big like U on his head, I thought he was Ultron.
Yeah.
But he's really just like an Iron Man kind of guy.
Well, yes, Iron Man creates him and then he goes rogue.
What I'm actually wanting to see is how this is gonna work, since in the third Iron Man he got the mini arc reactor taken out of his body. So
Well-
I'm wondering what he's gonna look like now.
Yeah, well, the suits still need an arc reactor to power them. But War Machine, he has an arc reactor built into the suit.
Yeah.
So it's not in his chest. So
So it'll probably be something like that. But
In the third one, they made a new arc reactor.
yeah, but they had also that's the second one. They made the new arc
Right,
reactor that was like
right.
super powered, and then the third one he threw it away because he didn't need it anymore.
so we have Enchantress in Suicide Squad is played by Cara Delevingne.
Ah.
So I have no idea what she's done.
Yeah, she.
Oh, and for Amanda Waller, the main government person, they want Oprah.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
I wonder if she'll do it.
yeah. That's what a lot of people are wondering, if she'll do a superhero movie. But
That would be kind of cool if she did it. I would want to see that.
Oprah?
Yeah, in a superhero movie.
That would be pretty cool. I feel like she'd be like, she'd be a Coulson kind of person. She wouldn't be like a superhero.
No,
No,
Morgan
yeah.
Freeman as a Coulson.
Well, yeah, she's
Oh yeah, there'd be Morgan Freeman. Like if you took all the...
she's the government lady in charge of the Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller.
And like she
Yeah.
should have like a co-leader who's a guy, be Morgan Freeman. Just because his
Dude.
voice is amazing.
It would like he just like
He
how
should
there's-
play Obama.
like he like
The president.
what if he
Okay.
played like a Jarvis kind of person? Like if they made a new kind of
Oh,
Jarvis.
he was like the chip in their head. Like
Yeah.
if they started to do something, he would be the voice inside their head.
Yeah.
Or like for another movie, like if someone had a security system, like let's say Jarvis was a security system for the house.
Yeah.
He is.
He is, but like let's say for a different movie for DC, like Morgan Freeman was that voice. That would be amazing. I'd watch that movie.
So would I. Just to hear his voice.
Yeah.
You know what would be awesome?
What would be awesome, Caleb?
What if the Joker was in the Suicide Squad, but he figured out a way to get the chip disabled?
What if that was the plot of it?
Yeah, and what if he figured out a way to get the chip disabled, and at the end he goes against him and does this whole alone?
Watch that be the plot.
Yeah, that's what I think they might do, or he'll be the main villain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or like in the beginning of the movie, they'll have like it'll be like however many years ago, and then it'll be him breaking out, and then like they'll all be breaking out with him, but they'll end up, and then it'll be like 2.5 years later, and then they'll get caught.
Yeah.
And then this happens, like a backstory behind it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Another interesting thing, interesting theory that I've heard, is that the Joker might never come out of a jail cell. That just like Amanda Waller, they're going up against some supervillain, and they go to him for advice, and then at the end he'll break out and go do his own thing. Yeah.
Or you guys excited to see the new Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies?
Oh yeah, that comes out. That comes out
the
next
17th.
week or this week.
Comes out
next
the
week.
17th.
Next week. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I
Yeah.
really want to see that opening night, but I don't think I can.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna be like, "Ha, Zach."
It's sad because the director Peter Jackson, who did all the Lord of the Rings movies, said this is our last trip back to Middle Earth for a long time.
No.
They
Sure,
could
sure.
probably do like a backstory on like Gollum. Like if they really wanted to like actually.
Well, they
show
could do
how-
stuff millions years before The Hobbit even.
Yeah, but it wouldn't really have the main characters other
It
than
wouldn't.
maybe Gollum because he got the ring and he's been alive since.
Yeah. But we saw a little bit of Gollum. Gollum prelude in Return of the King.
True, but we didn't see very much. We didn't see
Right.
like how we saw that he found the ring, but
And we saw him deteriorate.
yeah,
But we never saw what happened in
we
between.
never saw like in between. They showed him go like straight from whatever he was. Like,
he was a hobbit.
it wasn't. I don't think they called it a hobbit though.
He was a
He
hobbit.
was a hobbit.
Yeah, he was a hobbit.
And he killed his brother
Yeah,
Yeah.
he killed his brother while they were fishing, but it
because
didn't.
he saw the ring, and everyone wanted it.
Yeah, but it went from like him being a hobbit to him being deteriorated Gollum.
Right.
That everybody knows.
Yeah, right.
Wait, is it Gollum or Smeagol?
Well,
Both.
Smeagol, it was his hobbit name. And
Oh,
then,
I thought it was Gollum as his Smeagol.
No.
As his. Oh, okay. I got that backwards.
Yeah.
That's me. Don't worry.
When
It's
I was
okay.
little, I didn't know the difference. I thought that one
When
was
I
on
was
Harry Potter.
When I was little, I was at my house and I snuck out of my room, and my parents were watching Lord of the Rings, and I saw Gollum's face, and I ran back into my room, went to bed.
I think it would be cool if they did another Harry Potter movie, but I don't think
Well,
they're
yeah,
going
they're
to.
doing another one called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's in the Harry Potter universe, but it's a prequel about a professor at Hogwarts.
Do you know which one it is?
No, it's he was an author of one of the textbooks at Hogwarts, I should say.
Oh, because that would be weird if it was the professor from the Sorcerer's Stone, the one that Harry defeated that had Lord Voldemort on the back of his head.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I'll be right back.
Well, I think that's all we have for today. This has been fun. Come back next week for another podcast.